Hi everybody, Nancy Burgess Strategic Marketing, transforming today's brands for a digital world. In this video, we're going to talk about content marketing. What is it and why is it valuable to small and medium-sized businesses? So let's talk a little bit about what content marketing is. Well, the Content Marketing Institute has an amazing definition of content marketing. It goes like this. Content marketing is a strategic approach focused on creating and distributing valuable, relevant, and consistent content to a clearly defined audience to attract and retain them, and ultimately to drive customer profitability. Every word in that definition is packed with power. And is really important. They're very concise in what they said there. So let's unpack that a little bit. First of all, what is content? In this case, content could be a large blog, a video, anything that conveys information online, and that would be considered content marketing. And we'll get into that a little bit more in the next video. So that's what content is. And I define content marketing, and I want to unpack the definition a little bit more. So what is valuable and relevant? Well, of course it's relevant to your business, but in this case, it's also relevant and valuable to your customer. While advertising is something that is relevant to your business and what you want to tell your audience, content marketing flips that thinking on its head. And it's really what's relevant and valuable to your customer, to your prospect, what they're looking for. And how do you know that? Well, you listen to the questions that they ask you when they contact you. You have interaction with them. You also look at the keyword research and what are they Googling? What do they want to know? What are they complaining about online or having problems with? How can you solve their problems? And so that's how it's relevant and valuable. It's relevant and valuable to the clearly defined target audience. And then it's also consistent. And so you don't want to have, I post a blog once every 5 months and then another one 2 weeks later. And so consistency is really important so that you're generating some information on and on. Clearly defined audience. Remember, you're talking to a person. And who is that person that you're talking to? And what are their interests? What are they like? And even if you're business to business, you're still talking to a person because there's a person at that business that is your target customer. So you're talking to them. And then that ultimately drives profitable interaction. In content marketing, we talk about a content marketing funnel. You have the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel, and then you have the customer at the very bottom of the funnel. So what are those stages? Well, at the top of the funnel, we have TOFU. TOFU, top of funnel. So you have TOFU, and then middle of funnel, MOFU, bottom of funnel, BOFU, and then you have your customer loyalty. At the very top, at TOFU, you have the awareness. You have people who aren't aware of your business, and so that content that you put there facilitates awareness for them. In the middle of the funnel, you have content that is creating more interest and makes people want to evaluate your product. And in the bottom of the funnel, you have consideration. It facilitates consideration. Maybe it's a demo, maybe it's a trial, maybe it's a promotional offer of a discount, something that makes people, a month free. It's something that makes people want to try your product and then ultimately purchase it. So not all the content that you're generating will generate a sale immediately. And I want to talk to you about, and then at the very bottom of the funnel, underneath the funnel actually, is the customer. And if you have repeat business, you want to have programs that create loyalty and really feed that customer and what they're looking for. So I also want to talk about today about 5 reasons why content marketing matters for your business. The first is that people are skeptical of traditional advertising. That used to be, you could glide across the floor on your soap that 4 out of 5 dentists recommended this toothpaste, so it was just great stuff. This was going to, stop halitosis, and this is this and this is that. And we all bought into all these different commercials we used to watch and think, oh, that was great, but now people have been inundated with advertising, and so they're a lot more skeptical, and they want to find things on their own. And even if they're going into like a brick and mortar store to buy something, or even if they're purchasing something later, they'll oftentimes search it out on the internet first before they go into that store, probably about 80% of the time, especially when it comes to a big purchase. So it's really important to have information at each level of the funnel. So one of the things the second thing after being skeptical, and that's why content marketing is a good option because it's relevant and valuable to the person, is that you can outpace your competition. For example, somebody might Google something, and if they can find an article from your competitor, they're going to read that and they're going to get interested in your competitor. So in order to outpace your competition, you need to also have content out there that explains what you know and how you can help. A third reason is to attract people to your business. So it's that push and pull. It's inbound marketing. People are coming to you looking for your business rather than you cold calling out there. A fourth reason is it's a short and a long-term strategy. Advertising, they click on that ad and it's over, right? If they drive by that billboard and then the billboard comes down and it's over. They watch a commercial and it's over. Your money is spent and life goes on. With content marketing, it's a long-term strategy as well because they read that content, but then that content stays there and it's available for the next person and the next person, and it can really drive organic reach. And when people Google things, they can find it, and it's a long-term strategy. And if content becomes a little out of date, the best thing to do is to update that same URL and make it more relevant and more up to date for people. And so that's a fourth reason, that it's both a short and a long-term strategy. A fifth reason, and there's many other reasons, but these are the 5 I wanted to focus on, is sales enablement. You can enable your sales team. Imagine your sales team cold calling and trying to, create awareness, trying to create interest, trying to create evaluation. What if people have already been through those stages of the funnel and they already know about your company and they're already interested in your company and they're already, kind of considering it? And then you give them the opportunity to have a demo or to meet you or to, get a month of services free or something like that, some sort of offer at the bottom of the funnel. And then you can convert them more easily. So it can take that sales cycle and shorten it. And that way that frees the sales rep up for more time to get other sales while the content is working behind the scenes. So that's what content marketing is. It's a strategic approach that generates content that is valuable, relevant, and consistent to a targeted audience, a clearly defined targeted audience, for the purpose of ultimately driving sales. And there's 5 reasons to consider content marketing for your small or medium-sized business. Thanks so much for listening in. Have a wonderful day. In the next step, we'll talk about how to create content marketing. Thanks. Bye-bye.